All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am your host, Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and focus in there. At the very least, a bit of entertainment. We're here, we're back again with the pick a card. Ladies and gentlemen, pick a card. Ladies and gentlemen, aliens and intergalactic folk, pick a card, pick a card, pick a card. Will you get the coronavirus? Now, in front of me, you will see a card. Solitary card. Now, I know what you're thinking. Keith, how am I supposed to pick a card when there's only one card? It's because we only need one card. Pulled a card for you guys. Pick a card. Is this one to pick? This one to pick right here in front of me? This one to pick? Ooh, look at that. Death. The death card. Death. Death. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Keith, I feel like this game is awfully rigged. It's because it is rigged. I picked the card, you're all gonna die. Death card. Hence, death card, because all of your base are now belong to us. Now let's proceed to read what the death card is. Death. Free as per the Hermetic Tarot. And no, I have not memorized all 50,000 words of these, so we're just gonna take it straight from the decks itself. It says, death. Free yourself from a past that no longer serves you well, and proceed toward the future. So this is actually a message to the coronavirus itself. The future is all of your base are belong to us. You're all going to die. On top of that, the general meaning, the death card is not about the literal death of any person, except for this case, you're all going to die of the coronavirus. It may represent the death of something else, like your dog from the coronavirus. The card also points to a time of harvest, human harvesting, symbolized in classical decks by the reaping skeleton, personified by the coronavirus. Unless the fruits of summer are harvested, they are lost to winter's harshness, and the people do not eat. As the Sith cuts the cord that link us to the past, it liberates us to go forward without fear, because we have nothing left to lose. Because we've already died of the coronavirus. Everything being pruned away is recycled for the fertility of the future, so that nothing is really ever lost, despite seasonal cycles of gain. In modern tarot decks, we see death mounted on a horse and wearing black armor. The emphasis in these decks is on the punishment of sin via coronavirus, as in the way the medieval plague, or plague, which the death image was based on, was used to explain the wrath of God and or the coronavirus. Luckily, in modern times, we are not so encumbered with such a guilt-ridden philosophy. Advice position. The death card advises you to wash your hands? No. To detach from the old order. You may want to close accounts, complete unfinished tasks before the coronavirus kills you, and gather your harvest so that you can enjoy one last meal before the coronavirus. This is not an excuse to reject. It is time to move on to the next life. If you cut the cords that have bound you to old ways and outdated conventions, you could free yourself to join the sweep of incoming light and coronavirus. This is not an excuse to reject others or hurt them in any way. It is simply a time to move forward your ultimate interests. How did a bee get in here? Do not allow nostalgia and outworn loyalties to hold you back. Be willing to go through whatever it takes to get where you really want to be. Alright, all joking aside. Pulled the death card for the coronavirus. Mostly because we can see this as a, I guess, pruning. You look in the natural world, there's always checks and balances. The coronavirus is a check and balance, whether it be the physical human body, the spiritual human I guess spiritual is not necessarily human, but the physical or the spiritual or the emotional. Mind, body, soul. Well, if there's one thing we can do, it's to learn from the shit that's going on around us. Death brings what? When you cut down the plants at the end of summer for the harvest, what are you doing to the plant? You're killing the plant, but what are you doing with the stuff that you're cutting down? You're fertilizing, or well, the human that's going to eat it. That's what death is. Also, all of your base are belong to us.
Thank you, bird.